Hello YouTube, what's up? Welcome to another video. Bud Dean Langley here, and I'm here for a CD collection video, my February 2019 CD collection. I know in January last month I said I wasn't going to buy any CDs anymore because I had more important stuff, and plus I have Amazon Music, but actually changed my mind up a little bit and I bought 8 CDs in February, so yeah, let's go ahead and get started. In order for a video to count as a CD collection, I had to have 5 CDs or more, so I have more than 5, so yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, the first 2 I'm going to be showing y'all are country music, but the rest of them are metal. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the first one. Alright, this one is Kenny Chesney, his album Hemingway Whiskey. This is a really great album of Kenny Chesney. I think this is one of his best albums that he's ever put out. It has the singles The Boys of Fall, Live a Little, You and Tequila featuring Grace Potter, Reality, and Summer with You, but the album totally has 11 songs total, but those are just all the singles, and every single that was released from this album is really good. And people, this is what real country music right here sounds like, not the new stuff that's out on the radio now. Of course, this album came out back in 2010, so yeah. 2010 was a pretty great year for country music. It really was. I miss those times of country music because when I listened to this album, I actually felt a little I kind of felt a little bit emotional because these days when you listen to a country song, it's not even real country, but when you listen to this album, you'll definitely see what I'm talking about, because this is real country right here. Kenny Chesney, he still puts out amazing music. He just released an album sometime in 2018. I really don't know how that full record is, but I heard a couple songs, and he's still putting out real country music in the 2010s, unlike some of these newer artists. These newer artists, I'm not saying they're not talented, but they're not even real country. But Kenny Chesney, he's real country, people. He has been ever since the 90s. Alrighty. Next up is Jerrod Niemann, his album called Free the Music. And oh yeah, by the way, I got these 2 country CDs both at Big Lots, since Big Lots has CDs $5. So yeah. This is a pretty good album. I wouldn't say it's his best album, but it does have some pretty good songs like Only God Could Love You More and Shining on Me. Those are like 2 of the songs that I only know from this album because they were both released as singles, and this CD came out in 2012. This is basically kind of a country album as well, a real country album as well. I mean, it might not have the sounds that Kenny Chesney's album has, but it's still a lot better than the country music that's out these days. Like, Jerrod Niemann, he's a really great country singer, and if you don't really like this album, I definitely suggest you to check out his 2010 album because it includes the songs Lover Lover and What Do You Want, and a couple other songs that he released as singles or something like that. But definitely check out this album too if you haven't heard it, because it's pretty good. I mean, I didn't listen to it all the way through. I only listened to like songs 1 through 6 when I first got it, because the same day I was doing a live stream, so I couldn't listen to the full album because I had to hurry up and get to the live stream before I got any later, or whatever. But yeah, this is a pretty good album. I wouldn't say it's his best, but it's still pretty good. I'll have to listen to the whole thing and see how I like it, but hey, it's alright, Alright, let's go ahead and get to the metal part of the video. Alright, let's see here. Since this is the only Judas Priest album I have bought for February 2019, let's go ahead and talk about it. Alright, I finally get Judas Priest's album British Steel after not having it for a while. I finally get this album, and this is the bonus tracks version, because most metal CDs that I buy these days unless it's a new release. Most of them are remasters, like metal albums that came out in like 80s or 90s, or maybe even early part of the 2000s, or maybe not. But of course, this CD is a remaster, and it originally came out in like 1980. Hold on. Like on the back of these, it tells you when they originally came out. Sometimes it's hard to find, but let me look. Okay, yeah, this album was originally released in 1980 because it says originally recorded in 1980. So yeah, this is a really great metal classic. I think every metalhead should definitely check out British Steel by Judas Priest because it has some jams on here. Breaking the Law, hell of an awesome song. United, that's a pretty good song. And of course, Living After Midnight. My favorite song on this album is probably Living After Midnight. But hey, it's a great album, guys. It really is. Like I said, it's a classic album, and I think it's a must-have for every metalhead in the world. It really is. It's a must-have. Living After Midnight, United, Breaking the Law, and even Metal Gods is on this album. Metal Gods. And Judas Priest has earned that name for a reason, guys, because this band has been together since 1969, and they're still making music. Their last album came out in 2018, but hey, they still kicking ass, guys. They really are. Definitely check out this album. Really good album. Really great classic. Love it. Alright, next two albums are also by the same band. Let's go ahead and talk about the first one, though. Alright, the first one is Renewal by thrash metal band Kreator, German thrash metal band Kreator. And this isn't Kreator's best album, nowhere near, but it's, yes, it's a different sound, but it's not terrible. It's just not my favorite, guys. It really isn't. Like, it's not terrible or nothing, but it's just not my favorite Kreator album. It's not really bad, but it's just not that good either. I put it in the middle, like, as decent. I'd put this album as decent. As a decent Kreator album, I mean. Kreator is my favorite German thrash metal band, but this album is not their best. It's decent as that, you know. Like, it does have some pretty great songs on it, though, but it's just not their best. But yeah, the title track was pretty good. Europe After Rain's pretty good. Karmic Wheel, Winter Martyrium. Sorry about the song names, I'm bad at that sometimes. But yeah, this album is decent at its best, guys, in my opinion. And yes, this is a remaster of Renewal. I would show you all the booklet and stuff, but I have a hard time doing that because I have to hold my phone, but I'll just try to show you all the best I can. Hold on. I'll just show y'all something like middle of it or something, like here's one part of it or something, you know. I would show y'all the whole thing, but it'll take too long because this is a pretty big booklet. But this is some of it right here. And this is from Kreator's album Renewal Remastered. I think it's cool how Kreator puts out remasters of their albums and just have these awesome digipacks and these awesome booklets. I prefer digipacks, by the way, in case y'all didn't know that, over jewel cases any day. Because at least digipacks come with cool stuff and they look cool and they feel cool and they won't tear up on you. I mean, if you don't be careful with them, they'll get a little bump on them or something, because this did, but hey, it's fine. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the next one. An album that has that on there is Kreator's album Terrible Certainty Remaster. Yes, this is a remaster as well. So yeah, the next one is Kreator's album Terrible Certainty, and this is a really good album. I'm sorry guys for pronouncing it wrong. I think that's how you say it. I know it's terrible, but I think the second word is certainty. Yeah, Terrible Certainty is a really great Kreator album. Great thrash metal album. And I think this is an album for starters if you really want to check out Kreator, because, I mean, this is a really great album. I think this album goes up there with their 80s and 90s stuff, guys, to be honest. I mean, especially their 80s stuff, guys, because I really don't know much about 90s Kreator, but Yeah, this is a really great band. I definitely recommend these guys if you haven't already. If you haven't checked them out already, they're really underrated in thrash metal, in my opinion. Even though they're part of the German Big Four, there's a word for it, but I just can't pronounce it. It starts with a T, but I can't really pronounce it that good. But I'm just gonna say German of Big Four, of thrash metal, But yeah, Creator, they're a really great band, but this is definitely one of my favorite Creator albums that I do have. I have some Creator albums, of course, not all, but I have some of them. Maybe I'll do a discovery review or something, just maybe. But I don't know, I don't really have many Creator albums, though. But maybe one of these days I'll have all their albums and give y'all a video on it. That'd be cool. But yeah, Terrible Certainty, really great album. I really love the title track. Really great song. This even has a bonus disc, which is the Out of the Dark Into the Light EP, which only has 8 songs, and of course, Terrible Certainty itself has 8 songs, so both discs consist of 8 songs. But yeah, this is a really great album though, guys. Definitely check it out. And check out Creator as well. Check out the whole band. Alrighty, next is Testament. They're an American thrash metal band, and this is their album The Gathering, and as y'all can tell, it's the remaster. I got this on Amazon. Oh yeah, guys, I forgot to tell y'all that I got British Steel by Judas Priest at the record store, and also Renewal and Terrible Certainty by Creator also at the record store. I got this on Amazon since I have Amazon Prime. I got it within 2 days in the mail. So yeah, I got this on Amazon. It's pretty cheap. It's less than $10. So like, okay, I gotta get this, And yeah, this is a pretty good album. I wouldn't say it's Testament's best album, but it still has some really great songs. It's a pretty good album though. And Testament, as y'all already know, if y'all checked my Instagram, I definitely think that these guys should be somewhere in the big four thrash metal. And if I could take out one of those bands, I'd probably take out Anthrax, because Anthrax, they're great, but I think Testament is better. But yeah, Testament's album, The Gathering, yeah, I know it's a remaster, but it's still pretty cool. I was reading some reviews on Amazon though. It said it didn't sound as good as the original copy, but hey, it does sound good in my opinion. It sounds pretty loud up there on my radio, but yeah. Pretty great album, guys. Definitely recommend this album, but check out the band as well. Like I said, it's not their best album, but it's still pretty good. I like the song DNR. I like Eyes of Wrath. I like Down for Life, 3 Days in Darkness. I like the whole album though, to be honest, but like I said, it's not their best, but it's still a pretty good album. Alright, next up, these last 2 albums are also by the same band, and by the way, I only bought one Testament album throughout this month, so yeah. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the last 2. They're both by the same band, but I'll talk about their first album first. Okay, here you go, guys. This is a remaster of Iron Maiden's self-titled album. It's their debut album, self-titled debut album. It's a remaster, and it's one of 2 with original vocalist Paul. And do I like this album? Yes. Do I think it's as good as the stuff with Bruce Dickinson? Probably not, but Paul, he's a pretty great vocalist. I know Iron Maiden's been through some lineup changes for a while. I mean, Paul, he was the original vocalist for their first 2 albums, and then you got Number of the Beast, which came out in like around 1982, and they got Bruce Dickinson in. And in some of the parts of the 90s, Bruce Dickinson left for a while, but Bruce Dickinson didn't return to Iron Maiden until 2000. But these 2 albums here I got for y'all were before Bruce even joined as the vocalist, before Paul left the band as the vocalist. But yeah, this self-titled album, it's pretty good, and as y'all can see, it's a remaster. It's just got this awesome digipack. It's just got this awesome feel. Pretty awesome. Definitely check it out, guys, because I think y'all like it. Even if you're not the biggest fan on the self-titled album, you still definitely should check it out. Alright, and last but not least, Killers by Iron Maiden, which is also remastered, and the second and final album to feature original vocalist Paul. which one do I like better out of Killers or Self-Titled? Well, I can't really decide on that yet because I haven't really listened to both of them much. But maybe one of these days when I do a Discovery review or something of Iron Maiden, maybe. I've been watching a YouTuber since yesterday or whatever, since I'm having to record this video 2 days before I'm uploading it just to get this video done. But I started watching this YouTuber called Zach D Productions on the 22nd of February, and he's a really great YouTuber. He talks about metal. He does like album rankings from worst to best, and even Discovery reviews of metal bands. Like he did one of shit, who was it? He done one of Iron Maiden, I believe it was. Yeah, Iron Maiden, and that's a really great video of his. But yeah, Zach, he's gave me an idea of doing some videos, and with, not to steal his content or nothing, because I don't do that. I just want to do it myself, guys, because I think it'd be a lot better than saying this and that, you know. I like to give my opinion on albums, because albums are amazing, and yes, I have been collecting CDs as a kid because I prefer physical copies of albums, you know. But yeah, Killers is a great album, and I definitely can't wait to have y'all some more CDs in the coming months. But for March and April of 2019, this time I won't have any CDs because I'm going to be pretty busy in March because I have a lot to do. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed my February 2019 CD collection. But other than that, tell me all what y'all think of my collection. Am I missing something, or do I have enough? Because I think 8 CDs is enough. But other than that, if y'all like the video, hit like. But other than that, if you like the channel, definitely subscribe, because I do have some great upcoming content for y'all. But other than that, y'all have a great day. Take care. I'm out. Rock on, and peace.